Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coleen, and this is my second Flosstube. I did have a request from someone to possibly do a parade of all of the things that I need to frame this year. But what I think I'm gonna do, just to be a little bit different, even though I love watching everybody's works in progress parades and UFO parades and stuff like that, is to do a little potpourri of a little bit of each kind of section, because I might get depressed and cry if I saw all of my UFOs all lined up in a big parade. Just kidding. Anyways, so what I'm going to start with today is show off a couple of, I think I got 3 things completely framed from last time, and other things in various stages. But so the first one I'll show you is the Housework Makes You Ugly from Sisters and Best Friends. So again, this was the ready-made frame that came from Hobby Lobby, that I only paid $6 for, but I painted it with chalk paint. And so this is it framed. And one of the things I wanted to show you that I do sometimes with framing is, instead of covering the back with just regular brown craft paper, which I still do sometimes, I buy rolls of wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, wherever, $1 a roll. But this one, I ended up putting like a nice bright polka dotted yellow on the back. So it just kind of makes it fun, a little different. I like to do it when I give gifts. It just makes it a little bit more fun on the back, party in the back. But so just to show you a few of the different rolls that I picked up when I was up there, obviously like the yellow polka dot, but they had this really pretty flower wrapping paper with all different kinds of colors, so it'll kind of match a lot of different things. This one was really cute, just some small little flowers. And then I picked up this one. It was supposed to be a wedding wrapping paper, but I thought that would kind of be a benign one to kind of put on a lot of different things. But anyways, that's just a few of the papers. And another thing you can also use is scrapbook paper for smaller finishes. Just makes them really cute in the back. Anyways, so that's that one. The other one I got finished was Texas. So this was just a ready-made frame that I picked up from Walmart, $5. But it was Hinzeit, Texas. And I don't know why I thought that this would fit perfectly in a 5x7 frame. I guess I didn't know. But so the white space around the edge isn't exactly even, but it's just, for me, it's going in our entryway, so I'm fine with it. But just an inexpensive way to put a frame on a finish and stay in budget. And then the last one that I got framed, this was also a Hobby Lobby frame that I got off of their sale rack for like $15. It was a bigger frame, but I cut it down to fit this one, so it is almost like a custom frame. But it's a Jeannette Douglas design, and I did change a couple of things in it. I'll have to look back on the pattern, whatever it was supposed to say there. I stitched welcome friends and our last name, and then kind of put our names and our wedding date down on the bottom. But I'll give you a look. It's kind of like a little kind of rustic frame, but it's really cute. But this one, just put a plain brown paper back on it just to show you the difference. But super excited to have this one. That'll go in our entryway too. So those 3, woo, doing good, right? So I'll show you a few things that I have to get framed for next time. The first one is a little Valentine. I think it was called Vintage Valentine from Pine Mountain. But it's the little You're a Dear. I just thought it was so cute. So I'm going to try and get that one done for Valentine's. But I already had a frame made, but I wanted to try something different. So this is the frame that I made, and it has a little beaded edge around the center. And right now it's just, I painted everything black because I wanted the base of the frame to be black, but I think I'm going to paint that beaded edge red. But what's cool about the beaded edge is that I was going to buy some online because I couldn't find it locally. And it's expensive. And it's also expensive shipping, obviously, nowadays is really crazy. So I was like, oh, like what can I do? So I got online and I ordered it's actually a silicone cake mold. But there's 2 different beaded edges. There's like a small one and a large one. But I used the large one on the bottom. And what I bought was some of that paper mache stuff that you add water to and it gets all sticky. So I mixed some of that up and I pressed it into the mold. And I waited until, I would say it was about 3/4 dry. And it pops out, this is really flexible. So I popped it out and then let it completely fully dry. And then what I did is just measured it out in a square and glued it to the frame. And it's hard. Like, it honestly, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know that it wasn't wood. And what I really liked about it though is because some places it didn't go into the mold all the way. It kind of looks more rustic and antique that way. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when I paint it red. But just to show you like some different things that you can do, but it worked. So I might try this with some other stuff. I'll have to look and see what's out there as far as silicone molds. But I was excited that it worked. So the next one, this is a pattern I got off of Etsy a long time ago. So growing up as a kid, I love Godzilla. I love everything Godzilla. I have the box set with like every Godzilla movie made. So this one is May Godzilla Destroy This Home Last. I just think it's hilarious. So I would hope Godzilla would spare my house. But anyways, so I just have a little, it's a wood frame, painted dark green. And what I think I want to do is carve like make a little house on top and leave some flames coming off of it. I just think that would be funny. So just to make it a humorous thing, but I can't wait to get that one done because it's such a simple pattern, but it makes me laugh and I think it's funny. So the next one that I've cut a frame for, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So this is a pattern that I actually designed myself to kind of commemorate our time when we lived in Hawaii. So it says Hawaii and then aloha on the top, but it has the state fish, the state flower, a little hula girl, a rainbow, kind of just things that embody like being in Hawaii, because you really do almost every day see a rainbow in Hawaii. But I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the frame yet. Maybe some sort of like pattern. Not sure yet, but at least the frame is cut and I'm on the roll with that. And the other thing new that I got pinned out was which is Hallow. So this one I finished in 2018, but it's pretty big. But I'm trying to think of what I can do to like I'll do a wood frame and probably do something with wood cutouts. But I'm not exactly sure yet. But I have it pinned out so I know what size that I want it to be. So I was super excited to get this one done. It was in my pile for a really long time and I just buckled down and got it finished. So next, let's do the UFOs. Oh, these sad UFOs. So first, this was a kit that I bought on vacation in Florida, I would say in 1998 or 99. Let's say 99 and give myself an extra year. So it's a really old kit, but I don't know, I probably haven't said this before. Probably my favorite thing to stitch. I stitch a lot of Noah's Ark. I just love Noah's Ark. And so this one is not very far along. It's a sad UFO, but it probably wouldn't take me that long if I really buckled down and finished it. But I do see I spilled something on it or something got on it, so I might have to wash it first. So next, this is a pattern that I got from Etsy from the Primitive Hair. And the other thing that I really like to stitch, I like to stitch Halloween. So I don't know if you can see through the door. Back behind my door over there, I have 3 Halloween from, I'll have to look up all the designers right now because I don't know. But yes, I like to stitch Halloween. So this one, I really haven't gotten very far, but it's the Halloween Advent. So it says Spooky Countdown October. So I've got a few done. Probably if I really buckle down, I could get this done before Halloween. So I'll put that on the to-do list. But it's really fun. I really like it. And it kind of fits with my other theme. I also like to stitch Advent calendars. So I have a few of those that eventually I'll show the ones that I finished. I have a few done already and a few in progress. My other sad UFO is Bennett Creek's the Ark Mantle. And this is as far as I am. Not very far. So that is on the UFO pile as well. So we'll put that over there to cry with the other 3 projects. And then the last UFO that I'll show, I don't really remember when I started this. I would probably say maybe 10 years ago. But I also love to do hardinger and pulled thread. So this is from Emmy Bishop. It's a cross and patch. Love their patterns. I wish I had more time to do more of her patterns. I've done a few, and I don't know why. I just haven't made the time. But I'm doing a version, so it's going to look like this, but I changed it a little. So I added like a space. Instead of doing this, I added something different because I wanted to put say be thankful and then our last name. So this is as far as I've gotten. In the L, it's going to be obviously for the beginning of our last name, but I would say maybe a third of the way done. But I miss doing hardinger and pulled thread. I love it. So eventually I'll show some of my finishes that I've done from her as a designer and others as well. So next, let's move on to our pile of things I'm working on right now. I didn't get very far on my owl forest pattern because I found a mistake, and I'm trying to decide if I should just, since it's motifs and they're not really, no one would ever know that they're not exactly in the right spot, but I counted off wrong. So I have a space that shouldn't be there. So I know no one else would ever know, but you know how that goes, right? So the other one I'm working on, this is from Etsy, and I have to look up the designer's name. I'm so sorry, but I will put it in the comments below. But it's called Pretty Little Produce, and I love it. It's going to go in my kitchen when it's done. There's 2 more rows of vegetables that I have to finish. So I would say it's over half done. This is supposed to have a border, and then on the bottom it says Pretty Little Produce, but I'm not going to put that on there because when I frame it, I'm going to make the bottom of the frame like a lot wider and carve in the words Pretty Little Produce, so it's almost like a sign. So that's my idea for that. So I'll be excited to get this finished so that I can frame it and show you what that's going to look like. So another finish that I have, this is from Shepherd's Bush, and it was the Promise. And I think I finished this in not that long ago, maybe, I can't see the date, a couple years ago, I think. But I had been wanting to stitch this forever and ever and ever, and so I finally found the kit on either eBay or Etsy, and I buckled down and I finished it. So that still needs to be framed and pressed and washed. But I love Shepherd's Bush. Such nice ladies too. I've actually got the chance to meet them once, and they were very, very nice. So I enjoy their patterns. Next is, obviously, since we live in Texas, this was so cute. Again, I have to look up the designer. It's the Texas Noah's Ark. So I'll be excited to frame that one too. It was so cute to find something that was Noah's Ark and Texas themed. So that one was good. And then finally, I think I'll share a couple more. This one is from Brooks Books, another lovely lady. It is the Wizard of Oz. And I'm not sure why I decided to do this, but I stitched it like all in a long row. And we just bought a new house, and there's really no good place to put it if I frame it that way. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. But here it is in all of its glory. I'll get a little closer. But I swapped out a lot of different things. I added beads and metallic flosses in a lot of different places. Whoops. But this was a really fun stitch, and I did buy her Alice in Wonderland patterns to do the same thing. But I think this one I'm going to be more smart and stitch them in like a big square versus all in a row. But I love this finish. I was excited to get this done. I started this in 2015 and I finally finished it last year. So it took me a while, but it was worth it. Love that theme. And then finally, I'll show, this is another Just Nan that I shamefully finished in 2011. A lot of shaming here today, right? So this was Noah's Needle. So pretty, but I actually have a frame for this one. This one's just gonna go like in a kind of sophisticated black frame, and I'm gonna mat this one. and probably do something on the mat. Not sure exactly what yet, but there's that. And then I think that's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed like going through some of my piles of stuff. By next time that I do this, I hope to have a couple more things framed to continue our year at the frame, and a little more progress on my owl forest. And then I have to start making a better rotation to figure out what I should be working on when, and maybe working in some smalls, pull some smalls out to work in there so I have some finishes in between. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you haven't, like and subscribe. And until next time, take care and happy stitching. Bye.